Davis Riley has led last year with a 67. And the year before, he co-led after the first round with 5 other golfers at a 67. And he's now 100-1. So you know what? I never usually play the FRL market, but at 100-1, yeah, I'll take that. And you know what? I'm even going to go one step better. A first round top 10 is plus 650 at DraftKings. Yeah, I'm going to take that too. Those are my first 2 long shots. Now, let's move on to Patrick. You're going with some extra winners. Okay, I'm good with this list. I'm good with this. Give us a reason why for each one of them.
Your card on this screen is so
sorry, Jake.
long.
Yeah, sorry, Jake. Sorry about
that. It's just it's like a CVS receipt. I'm rolling with Siwoo Kim, 60-1. See, you mentioned his history here. Playing great golf. The putter's a problem, but that's why you're paying 60-1. Hopefully it's better this week, right? Max Homa, you just mentioned. I like him with Scotty Scheffler at 65-1. Ejected at Colonial. He's going to need to drive the golf ball much better this week. But if he does, the rest of his game is in good shape to contend. He's obviously won at big ballparks, long golf courses, difficult tracks. So he can do that here with the history he has. Tony Finau, I'm also buying in on at 66-1. Long hitter, solid history, playing great from tee to green. The putter is trending in the right direction. Needs to take a big leap, but I believe it can. And then Denny McCarthy, 85-1. I can't quit him. I can't quit him. He's going to eventually win. He's going to win this year. I swear to God. And maybe this is the week.
Okay. Well, Grayson Sig isn't in there, so let's go Denny.
Yep.
Is he all right? So Patrick, I ask this every week. So we talk about Cam Young as being Cam Young, Tommy Fleetwood, Alex Noren as the best players generally in the PGA Tour without a victory. You got to put Denny McCarthy in that mix as well, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Now, a guy that was on that list for a while and then he kind of broke through at the end of 2022 is Will Zalatoris. Sia, you alluded earlier that we were going to talk about him. Plus 7,500, especially when at the U.S. Open, he's plus 2,500. Now, those will drift back. I would not recommend betting that line right now unless you think Will's going to win this weekend. Why do you like him this weekend at plus 7,500?
Because it's plus 7,500. I mean, by the way, this number's at FanDuel. Most books have this in the 65-1 range. So here's the thing. We know Will Zalatoris, from a common core standpoint, he grades out really well. We know he's a great ball striker, traditionally a great ball striker. We know he likes to keep it in the fairway, and he's great with the long irons. Like, we're checking a lot of boxes here already. The problem is the short game hasn't been there, and the ball striking has been a little spotty, but we kind of expected this, right? He had a back injury that he's shaking off. When he initially came back, he was really good, and then a couple parts of his game just kind of fell off. Well, he's had 3 weeks off now. I don't know where the state of his game is. The cool thing about it is nobody knows. But with 3 weeks off, knowing how good he has been at this tournament and how good he is in general, I think it's the best time to speculate on a number like this. So Will Zalatoris at plus 7,500. This is why I like him in DFS as well. He might get a little popularity, but not much, because the floor is very low for Will Zalatoris. But that's why you play him in DFS, and that's why you play him as an outright. You don't play him in a matchup necessarily, because we don't exactly know what we're getting. But if we get the strong side, if we get the upside, then Will Zalatoris at plus 7,500 contending on a Sunday is going to look really, really good. So again, I'm willing to play the low floor because I know the ceiling is very high. Corey Connors, this is an interesting one. I don't think the ceiling is quite as high with Corey Connors. His history here is kind of up and down. It's pretty good, but the iron play has been so good for him. Frankly, the off the tee game hasn't been that great. He hasn't been that accurate, but I'm expecting accuracy. But the iron game has been so good that I think it can mitigate his lack of around the green play. And if that's the case over 4 rounds, I do think Corey Connors has a shot if he can get the putter going at 55-1.
Shout out to my buddy who works at a prominent sportsbook who will remain nameless that gave me the Davis Riley tip. So thank you for that. All right, here we go. Parlay time. Colin Morikawa, Justin Thomas, top 10. Patrick likes Justin Thomas. Fine with me. Plus 650. Find that on DraftKings in those golfer parlays. This one you can find on FanDuel under tournament specials. I'm going to put half my normal wager on this one. Hovland, Morikawa, Ludwig Oberg, top 10. Plus 1,500. I would be careful with how much you bet on that, but if you think Ludwig's fine with that knee, then go for it. And then we're going to do this one, another half the normal bet size, whatever that is. Find this one on DraftKings. Max Homa, Siwoo Kim, Sam Burns, top 20. We haven't talked about Sam Burns. Showed something last week. Almost won Sia that first round leader. But if he can get a top 20 here, plus 1,300, yeah, we're going to make some money. And Siwoo, 4 straight top 20s in the Memorial. Sammy was T16 here last year.